Have you ever looked at Roku City? What a terrible place to live. There's a volcano going off.
There's a robot in the
giant
background.
robot. That monster that's like probably like a Godzilla, but like it's like a crocodile, like it's huge, like that's terrifying. There's a ship with tentacles coming up from the side. Alcatraz. That's Doctor Strange's house right there, so you know
That
they
one?
got weird stuff.
Yeah.
There's like a snake.
There's a
thing.
snake around the Twin Towers.
I don't think that's the Twin Towers. But yeah, so I feel like.
And then why do you have a Ferris wheel right by that? Like,
yeah, aliens.
aliens.
Yeah,
Aliens.
aliens.
Also, why are we looking at this and not the timer?
Oh my god, I didn't start the timer. Start the timer, please. I'm so dumb. What is going on, everybody? I'm Brian.
And I'm Michael.
And we are coasting the Mediaverse. How we doing, y'all? Today, we have a pretty fun episode. We're going to be getting back into superheroes.
Are they back?
I think I'm
thinking I'm back.
I haven't seen that movie.
I know you haven't. That was so performative. And I'm proud of you. That's a Cali boy right there. Yeah, we're just like, we've been kind of seeing a lot of our superheroes hitting the Mediaverse lately.
Yeah.
And me and Brian kind of went, is superheroes back?
We were trying to think of an episode to do because we, that's how we do these things. And we just noticed that so many things are coming out this week and this month. And it's, kind of extreme.
It's kind of peak superhero. And it's not that there isn't superhero stuff happening all the time. I just don't feel like it's really as captivating as it is right now.
For sure.
There are some misses that have been kind of happening. Some, I would say groundbreaking starters to feeling this, dare I say, a superhero renaissance. But yeah, I think this is like we're hitting that top of the level where we actually have a whole episode's worth of things out right now.
Yeah, I mean, like last month, Wonder Man was coming out. I know it got a little traction, but this month there are so many things that we can talk about. Do you mind if I just run through some of the ideas?
Yeah.
This week alone, we have Invincible episode 6 is coming out. The Boys season 5 is premiering this week. What else are we talking about? Daredevil. Daredevil's been coming out the last couple of weeks. Like it's really just this month is just absolutely stacked in the superhero category. So we just wanted to see what's up with that and talk a little bit about our feelings about it all.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think and now as well we have like a past and present moment where I can look back and we see Superman. Something that I think was like picking up in very comic book oriented / more up-feeling superhero genre where a lot of the things right now, I'd say Boys, Invincible, and Daredevil all have darker tones to them, right?
Sure.
Superman had some of it, but it's more like a happy-go-lucky, try to make men better in the world by coming out, which is what we need today.
Yeah.
And then you have some really intense video games coming out soon. We got the Wolverine game coming out by Insomniac, which I cannot wait for.
Yeah.
And just, we got Endgame coming out soon.
Yeah.
So many
Spider-Man trailer also came out like a couple weeks ago. So yeah, there's just a lot of things going on. So I mean, hell, you and I started getting into Fortnite again,
and you heard it here. Yeah, we are back. We are back on the bus, baby.
Just two 28-year-olds playing Fortnite. No big deal.
No big deal.
It's a nice Saturday night.
Do I have a lot of skins that cost me lots and lots of money? Absolutely.
What's your favorite Marvel or superhero skin that you have?
Ooh, that is a very good question. I would say the most recent purchase, which is no surprise, Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis.
I love when you wear that. Yeah, that's a good one.
But Daredevil. I do have Daredevil.
You have a lot. You have way more than I do.
I haven't shown you this one yet, but I do have Cyclops.
What?
From the X-Men, and he has an emote where he's doing his optic blast. And it's kind of one of my favorites to do, but it's like I save it for good moments. And
what do you
you're
mean
not
good
there
moments?
yet. I need you to catch up again.
All right. No, I love that. What was I gonna say? Oh, you mentioned Cyclops. Did you see X-Men 97?
Yeah.
Dude,
phenomenal.
That made me a huge fan of Cyclops, and I hope they do him right in the MCU.
Okay, so like, you don't want me to get started right now because X-Men is probably my favorite group of superheroes.
Sure.
And I can go on for days. I have an X-Men Leatherman jacket in my or bomber jacket in my closet right now. And Cyclops has been one of my favorite heroes for a very long time since I was little. At one point, I wanted my middle name to be Scott. Right? I would go around with sunglasses and like click on the little left-hand side like if I was shooting lasers. And I've just always been inspired by him, and I do understand some of his writing is garbo, and I think 97 shows you a very good style of writing for X-Men, even with his faults. They blended it very good.
Yeah.
And before he had his experiment on by Mr. Sinister and the accident he was in, bro could have been pretty high, if not Omega level, as were his brother Havoc and his other brother, which no one knows about, is Omega level. So it's like, I think Cyclops is awesome, and in 97, just getting to see him ridden well and like seeing him do some badass stuff like that fight scene.
He has so many great scenes in that show. They really made a fan out of me with him because, you know, the X-Men movies, I thought they were fine when I was a kid. I didn't love them, and then now growing up, I just really don't like those X-Men movies. I love
the X-Men movies.
I always was intrigued by Cyclops, and I really liked James Marsden as an actor.
Sure.
But I could never get behind that character. It just never interested me. Watching X-Men 97, I was like, he's badass.
Yeah.
When he's jumping, when the plane explodes and they're all helping each other like fly down, he's like, "Nice work, team. See you on the ground." And he just lasers down. What a cool dude, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. I'm a so summer good. Truther. I think it's epic. Anytime he's like, "To me, my X-Men," the chills. So sick.
Like I do think he's a little cooler than Wolverine.
Oh, that is also debatable, and I've had this debate with my brother for my whole life. And so getting older, I am really appreciating Logan a lot. I think.
Sure. I don't think Logan's not cool. I just think, you know, he's like everyone's favorite X-Men. Like everyone loves.
But the thing is, they like him a lot. A lot of people who watch the movies, I guess I'll say, like it because it's Hugh Jackman and because he got the most of the attention. Like Wolverine was the main character of all the movies.
Yes.
But I'm thinking about this in a comic book perspective because I have to. Mm-hmm. And Wolverine has great comic books, and his character is done even better than what you're seeing in the movies and TV because of his relationships with Captain America and the Hulk and Spider-Man. So it's like, I just wish we saw more of that, which while we're on the superhero episode, my gripe with a lot of the things we're seeing nowadays in the Marvel movies, it's just kind of
we were going to save Endgame for the end, but let's just talk about it now.
Yeah, let's just
how'd you, as a Cyclops fan, how'd you feel about that trailer?
Oh, I was screaming. I saw stills before. Mm-hmm. I saw the leaks of him in the suit. Yeah, and the like,
because he does the thing where he rips off the glasses and he's like screaming.
And I'm like,
it looks awesome. I don't think it's gonna be in the movie, dude.
You think they're just cutting that? They're just messing with us?
Yeah, or if it is, it's gonna be a quick flash because the stuff that was going on in the background did not make sense. Like there were like sentinels like walking.
Well, no, that's the thing. I think what's happening, if I can make a guess, if I can theory max here. I think that they're in. I think they're in the place. I forget what it's called, the Void, or the place where everything goes.
The Void is the thing that like Deadpool went into. Yeah.
I think they're all there. I think that's gonna be like the meeting point for a lot of them.
Because they said that like in like the comics, it's like Battle Worlds that Doom takes them all.
Yeah,
and they're probably just gonna use the Void.
They're probably just gonna use the Void because everyone knows the Void. So they're probably taking them to the Void. If not that, people are gonna start like we're gonna see variants get banished there, and what people might not know in the not the fans, but like people who are sending people to the Void might not know that we already understand it from a hero's perspective, and like Deadpool and Wolverine or TVA might be doing something with it. So I think they're gonna build an army of variants who were banished, to then help fight against Doctor Doom.
Sure.
And I mean, that could be the case. We also got a glimpse at the end at Captain Marvel, the Captain Marvels.
Yes.
Or the Marvels.
Yep.
We got to see at the end when Beast was introduced, and that's, you know, our X-Men movie, original Beast. So it's like, okay, there's parallels there. So maybe they're missing some people to the Void, which would be Cyclops, and now they're all working together to find everyone, which is going to lead them to the Void. I think it's going to be pretty sick. Like, am I excited that Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom? To be honest, no. I actually fucking hate it. and I wish it would have been literally anyone else
Yeah.
because I just don't want them to do the arc that I think they're doing. If
What arc do you think they're doing?
they're
Because I've heard a
probably
couple theories.
they're probably doing the one where it's like maybe a variant version of Tony, who is a variant in basically replaces the origin story of Doctor Doom and falls into it. But I just don't want that. Like, if that is what they do, I would be a little bit more inclined to accept it versus us just made to believe that that is Doom.
Have you heard the theory that, like, for the first movie, it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. and then it's going to be revealed to be, like, the robot? Because in the comics, Doom always has Doombots.
The Doombots, yeah.
So, like, you think you beat him and you caught him, and then it's revealed that it's just a robot, and then, like, he's somewhere else. So people were theorizing that, like,
that's just
to mess with our Avengers and, like, Spider-Man, make it Tony's face, and then at the end of the movie, it's revealed that was
really
just
wasn't him the whole time. It was like a switch up or like Mysterio kind of thing.
Regardless of the theories, like it could be literally any theory. I think it's just a clear indication that Marvel needed people to get attention. Like needed this to get attention.
And it's so funny because where I do understand and kind of agree with that, the reveal at Comic-Con, which would like notoriously when they do reveals at Hall H and San Diego Comic-Con, that's when they show insane stuff and everyone freaks out.
Yeah.
When he revealed that he was under that mask and it was Robert Downey Jr.,
yeah,
I swear they did not get the reaction they wanted.
No, everyone so many people were like, "What? No,
what?" And like people are trying to accept it now, and I just can't.
No, because they brought back Joe and Anthony Russo, and then they brought back RDJ, and the only reason to do that is because, like, oh, you guys liked Endgame, you like this too. It's like, no, man, build up to something we care about.
Why?
Maybe I'll like it.
Why give us a story about accepting the end of I Am Iron Man?
Yeah.
And then bring him back as Robert Downey Jr. as the villain.
And then these trailers, Chris Evans is going to be back.
And then Chris Evans is back, even though we thought he was retired and done. And they're probably doing a timey-wimey son thing now, where my theory I heard on that was he and Carter have a kid, and now Doom or whoever's hunting variants that should not be in the timeline like the TVA are now hunting his children. It's now he has to lock back in. But again, it doesn't really feel like the story I want. There's so many wonderful things to tell in these comic books, and like at this point, I would rather them reboot all over again and restart the universe.
Yeah, I think that's what they're leaning towards.
Yeah, but like you're building up like such a crazy high.
They're doing a semi-restart.
To semi-restart again.
Yeah.
Like
I don't imagine that Chris Evans will be like a big part of the movie. I think he'll be like a solid cameo. Like he'll be around, but I'm just like we introduced so many interesting people like over the last couple of years. Like, where's Shang-Chi been? I want to see more of him. Where is he? Like, we have him. We have She-Hulk. We have Yelena. We have
Kate
Bishop. We have... Are we going to see Kate Bishop again? Like, who knows?
Well, at one point, we're doing the Young Avengers. And then, like, came out... Where is it? Like, Shuri was supposed to take Black Panther.
Yeah.
We technically have Namor now. Like, where are all these characters?
We have Namor. We have
what
the
happened
new Shuri,
to
Black
the Eternals,
Panther. Yeah.
Like... The Black Knight, like...
Oh my god, the Black Knight and Blade was supposed to be introduced. Like, Mahershala Ali's voice is literally at the end of that movie, and we're never going to see it.
I'm so excited for, but, like, where is it, right?
I'm glad... That's the thing. I'm glad that at least Mahershala Ali is like, no, I'm not filming this unless the script is good.
Right.
But the problem is, they're probably delivering absolute garbage. It's probably a bunch of cameos that he doesn't care about, and he's like, this isn't a good movie. Like... That's honestly my biggest problem. That's why this week or this month with all the superhero stuff has been really interesting to me because it's pretty new, at least for the most part. A lot of the reason why I've kind of fallen off on Marvel is that they are just clinging to cameos and like, oh my god, look at this Easter egg, isn't that cool? Like, I had a good time watching Deadpool Wolverine. It's not a good movie. I don't think it is. Because at the end of the day, it's just like, look at these cameos. Isn't that awesome? Look at this person. Oh my god. I liked seeing Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Woo, about making a name for myself.
Like, it's funny, it's good, but like, I don't know, it's not there's no reason that Elektra needs to be there. Like, I just don't see the point of all these cameos, and I'm getting a little tired of it.
See, for the aspect of that movie, I get why they're doing these cameos, and I like and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But that's because that has to be the story now. The cameos are the only thing that are holding those stories together.
But this movie's gonna be a cameo fest.
Well, that's the thing. They're doing is cameo fest now because they want everyone to scream the same way people scream when Captain America picked up the hammer,
And that's not a
which
good
I also
movie.
thought was bullshit. By the way, don't even get me started there.
That was a little. It was a little fun
It
for
was
that
lame.
character.
Like if he's but he's picking up. No, he should pick up the hammer, but he should be imbued with the mighty Thor power, not just hitting Thanos 3 times. We go yippee, then he gets his ass kicked. Like hate that. Don't get me started. But I think MCU's just been kind of washed because they're trying so hard to create different medias that aren't connected at all except by cameos, right? Like you should have a dedicated writing team. You can afford it. Let me say it again. You can afford it to have a creative writing team where their whole job is to map out the MCU, work on every single movie.
Yep.
They are the things that never change. You want to change your director to have Sam Raimi? Fine. Do I care about that kind of? Sometimes I hate it, but fine. The writing team never changes.
Yeah.
It's the same people. They got to switch around. You can add some people. Some people leave, but for the majority, it's just the core group. Yeah. And you keep it clean.
Yeah.
You make sure that there are no inconsistencies. You're making sure that if you have to move things around, they're aware. Like when we moved from Kang the Conqueror to Doctor Doom, we lost so many story plot lines that were opening up, and it just became a mess again.
Recast Kang.
Just recast.
He is a person of the multiverse. It does not have to be Jonathan Majors' face. It could be literally anybody.
For a character especially who can be everyone and anything, I agree that it should be just a recast situation. In general, if you have to recast an actor in just a normal sense of we don't know what's happening in their personal life, the fans just want good content. They want creative stories. They will understand that someone had to be recast versus I changed the complete plot line and now I can't make sense of this.
Yeah. Because now what? In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Kang the Conqueror, the Time Lord, gets defeated by Ant-Man and then never shows up in society again. Like that, the end credit scene had the Council of Kangs, where it's just like a whole stadium of Kangs. Just grab one that doesn't look like Jonathan Majors.
And
just
then
do that.
Now they're gonna have to do a thing where they defeat Kang the Conqueror behind the scenes.
Yeah. Well, they're never gonna bring.
Probably gonna be like you're gonna see Doctor Doom be like, "Oh, that was easy work."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, or we're gonna get an end credit scene where you're gonna see a variant Kang, and then they're gonna get destroyed by Doom. Be like, that was the last one. Time for the Avengers.
Because I understand why they had to do it. Like, I understand why they had to recast Jonathan Majors or just stop that. I don't understand why they stopped that plot line, because at the end of Loki season 1, when it's revealed that it's the one who remains is that guy's name, where he's in that like castle, that time castle, that was such a cool ending. And you're like, oh my god, we're doing Kang. This is crazy. And then, fast forward 5 years, what has come from it? Absolutely nothing.
And, like, I truly love Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is that guy.
Doom is great.
It's going to be great storytelling from things we don't get, because we don't really ever get source for Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
We're always just getting, like, Doctor Doom who's obsessed with wanting to hate Mr. Fantastic and wanting to be with Sue Storm. And it's like, I really don't even think that's the biggest piece of his character. It's what we keep getting in the movies. But there's so much more layers to him and his mom and just, like, his past and why he thinks he has to be the way that he is.
Yeah.
And we finally have a chance at it, and now it's something that might be not good.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that they blow my expectations, but I have been watered down to MCU for a minute now.
I'm a little worried that watching this movie every 5 minutes is just going to be another cameo or another Oh my god, it's I think one of the trailers was M'Baku running into the thing,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my god, look at these guys, look at them interacting, and it's like that should be the movie, but like it shouldn't
But
just be
it was
that.
like that in Endgame when Winter Soldier and Bucky and Rocket Raccoon met, and it was like
When they do a line and then if they just continue, like yes, I just
cool.
don't imagine that this movie is
It's
going
gonna
to
be
be
like
that.
that. I see. I liked MCU cameos, and not even MCU. I liked when Marvel was doing cameos. It was Stanley, right? And Stanley passed,
Yeah.
and you can't do that anymore. And we don't want to CGI him or like AI him. That's
No,
totally fine.
yeah.
But you have the universe at your fingers. Just make Howard the Duck the new cameo that appears.
I always
all the
said
time.
to make Howard the Duck.
Make Kevin Smith the ever-longing fan who Stan Lee loved as well, which is he's in Mallrats, right? Make him the new cameo. He would love that. He would do it. Like,
yeah.
there are so many options. Instead of making cameo, plot.
I also want to like specify I love Easter eggs. I love cameos. I love watching the YouTube videos after that are like, did you notice in the background of Age of Ultron they reference Wakanda like a full 5 years before Black Panther? That's awesome. Cuz then you're like, "Oh my god, this world feels bigger," and that references a character that's really cool, and you're like, "Oh my god, are they going to start building to this?" But when they're doing a cameo for the lightning in the bottle moments where people they want the audience to clap, because I'm going to say a hot take right now. I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite characters. Spider-Man No Way Home, when they have the 3 Spider-Man, not a good movie. It's a really fun Spider-Man movie. It's not a good movie. Because what do you mean half the villains aren't even associated with this Peter? Like, they have no real connection with Peter. Like, they're just sending... He just has to send them back to another dimension. And, like, I don't know. I have my gripes with that. It's a really fun movie. I love watching the Spider-Men swinging together. Like, that was making me tear up in the theaters. They are just clinging on to cameos.
And it's funny that we always agree on things and we're always like buttering things up, and right now we're doing the opposite. I don't like the Spider-Man movies as much as everyone else does. I think Tom Holland's wonderful.
I think Tom Holland's amazing.
He's one of the best that fits both Peter and Spider-Man within the suit. Like, he goes back and forth.
And
he's
I
like
want a good Spider-Man movie.
But that's my problem. I want a good Spider-Man. I hate that he's been Iron Man Jr. or Iron Lad even this whole time when he should be Spider-Man. Spider-Man has so much to his stories, why we love it so much, why Insomniac Games did it so well. So what are we getting but a different version of him? And there are inklings, right? Like, and Tom Holland does that job to do so. But something I'll touch into a little bit later when we get to Daredevil, actors can only do so much what the writing teams and the other creators on there are allowing them to. Yeah. And he's doing his darndest to be Peter Parker and Spider-Man in the mix between the two and going back and forth and figuring out the responsibility. But like, even this new movie, like, I was so excited for it. Finally, we getting through No Way Home. Okay, cool. We see cameos of our favorite Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. Fuck yeah. Love that. Wasn't a good movie, but it was fun. Yeah. Finally, we're getting a Spider-Man who is just on his own. No one knows who he is anymore. Yeah. He isn't going to be with the girl of his dreams. He doesn't have an aunt or an uncle anymore. He's literally alone. And at one point I was like, heck yeah, we're getting a Spider-Man story of just being him. And then now in the trailer we see Punisher's in it, Hulk is in it, like other
possibly Jean Grey is in it. Like,
and it's like, so he's just never going to get a standalone story.
No, he can't.
He's always going to be merged together with Spider-Man and Friends, which is a thing. Yeah. But I want one Spider-Man story.
No, because the thing is, the producers realize how big Spider-Man is, and producers who only care about money do not care that, like, they don't trust that creatives can just make a really good Spider-Man movie that people will want to see. They are like, we have to shove in as many things as possible. It's the reason why Venom was in Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. Because at first it wasn't supposed to be Venom, and then they were like, no, you got to put Venom in this. You got to put Venom in this. It's like, it was just supposed to be Sandman and, like, technically Hobgoblin, like, with Harry. Yeah. And they were like, no, you need to put Venom in this. And it's like, why? It's like, oh, money. No, like because they want to sell merch, they want to put all these characters out because it gets buzzwords and everything. I want, like you said, a good Spider-Man movie, one or two villains to really like, you do the first act villain and then like the second act overarching villain, like most superhero movies act like that. And I would love that. We're never gonna get that in our lifetime, especially if Disney is responsible for Spider-Man movies.
Also, Sony not
well,
letting.
no, don't get me wrong.
No, but Disney, yes, I agree. But Sony's also not helping with the problem and going, yeah, we're not gonna give you the property because we want to keep it.
Yes,
and you need to ask us for permission what you're doing, which is kind of funny that they're doing it Disney. Yes, in hindsight, yeah, but also, who's the one getting really screwed over? The fans that really care about
1,000%.
Right?
Yeah. And it's like, don't get me wrong. I like Daredevil. I like the Hulk. I like Jean Grey. I like the Punisher. Why are they in my Spider-Man movie?
And like, again, I love when Spider-Man's interacting with all these characters. I would love to see Wolverine interacting with Captain America.
Yeah.
Right? Like, these are cool concepts.
Yeah.
But can I please just get one Spider-Man story where he defines himself alone? Even give me like a small TV show, a mini series of like 5 episodes.
If you want that, you need to watch Spider-Man, the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the animated one that they did on Disney Plus, like I think a year or two ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
10 episodes. They actually do an awesome job.
Yeah,
it feels like Peter's, like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but the world is completely different. They like rewrite a lot of the characters and they rewrite the world a little bit. If you know anything about Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. Yeah. You're just like talking to a character and then they drop the name and you're like, oh shit, that's that person. How are they going to turn into the villain?
So it feels like when you were playing Insomniac almost.
It feels exactly like you're playing the game. Okay. It's actually done really well. It's one of my favorite Spider-Man projects in the last like 10 years outside of the game.
It's been on my list. I just haven't had Disney Plus for a second, but now that I'm back on it, I'll definitely watch it. Yeah. But shout out one of my favorite voice actors who's upcoming. Alec Lee's in it. He's Amadeus Chow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. So that's one of them where like, yes, he's not a Spider-Man person, but you hear Amadeus Chow and you're like, whoa,
yeah, exactly.
That's cool. Yeah. And then you see another one and then thing, and then you get someone's passing in the hall. Who's that? Oh, Dr. Connors. And you're like, whoa. And
not a lizard man yet?
Dude, one of the guys in his high school is Lonnie Lincoln. Do you know Lonnie Lincoln?
No, it sounds familiar.
Tombstone.
Oh, that is Tombstone.
So you're like, what? This is just a kid. Why is he? What's gonna?
Tombstone, by the way, is gonna be in the movie.
Why? Why? And the hand.
And okay, let's just get into the trailer.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this Spider-Man trailer, the internet was like, "This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life." Why are we so antagonistic right now?
This is the complete opposite. Like we're still stuck in a time that we don't remember.
The trailer, people were talking about how amazing and how much they loved it. I watched it and went, okay, I'll see.
I think that's a good way to say it as a person who's been beaten by MCU all the time.
Yes.
This is my thing. I hate MCU trailers. I used to love trailers in general. Trailers used to make me happy. Yeah. I remember the first time I was watching the Civil War trailer and Spider-Man appears for the first time. And I was like, screaming in a library when I was supposed to be quiet, right? Like I was hype. I called my friends. I was like, what's happening? Like, this is awesome. Now we're getting trailers that are like legit edits of edits. Like, yes, they are editing their trailers in ways that they're hiding characters. They're throwing different characters for misdirection. Some scenes are never going to appear in the movie because, they're just trying to confuse people and trying to have leaks or whatever. Yep. I'm tired of that bullshit.
So tired.
Just don't make the trailer then.
Yep.
Just don't give it to me. Yeah. Just how about don't make any trailers because people are gonna watch your movies anyways. Stop it. Like that scene where at the end, the fast forwarding when Spider-Man's jumping, he's fighting the hand or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that's not gonna be it. I know either Daredevil is gonna be jumping with him, and it's actually gonna be like some of his gallery,
maybe,
or it's going to be.
Oh, you think the hand isn't even?
They're probably not even there. Like, that's probably not even them.
Imagine if they don't even have the hand in this movie once. That would be hilarious. I think they could be.
I'm not saying that the hand's not going to be in it. I do think the hand's going to be in there, but I do think that shot's going to have something that is not in it right now.
Sure.
And it's either going to be a villain in there that's not there,
Well, it's like
or a hero joining Spider-Man in that punch.
It's like Spider-Man No Way Home when it's him going up against the other villains, and then there was clear open space like below him, and you're like, what's that there?
Yeah.
And it's clearly the two other Spider-Man, and when the actual movie comes out. So it's going to be that. It's going to be like, oh, what is... Because it's Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and then the red hand on the other side, and then right under him, there's just open space. And you're like,
It's
you wouldn't
Daredevil.
frame a shot
It's
like
Daredevil
that.
or something,
Because
right?
it's Daredevil
Or
or
it's
Jean
Jean
Grey,
Grey,
or
or-
Beetle, you know, like they... that's not her name. Beetle,
Who you talking
Pillbug? I don't know. Who's the...
Pillbug? Dude is riffing new names for these characters.
I don't know. There was the... What's the...
Pillbug.
Pillbug.
I'm Pillbug.
No, there's the one, I forget her name, but there's another, it's like the Beetle or something. I don't know.
Give me I have no idea what you're trying to say.
I don't know. I'm ripping.
I can't say it.
No, it's Gwen Stacy Spider-Man. That's my guess.
But yeah, and this is the thing. In the past, I would have been so excited to see Spider-Man and Frank Castle meeting.
Yeah.
Sick. And if they're doing the Man Spider arc, insane. Cool. But I really think
that is wild.
They're just going to find a way where he's going to be like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, where something's going to happen to him and he becomes a spider, and now he can shoot his webs out of his arms and climb like Tobey. And he's like, oh, I'm just like that other me that I met, and no consequences. It's just going to be like that. And I don't know,
what's the purpose of doing that?
Just to make him more of
just
a
to do it. Yeah.
Just to say, again, maybe they're gonna go crazy with it, but the trailers are misdirecting. I don't really know. And if Sadie Sink is Jean Grey and that's their version of introducing the X-Men, I just want to know why. What is that? How are they doing it? I'm not opposed to the idea, because that
why
means more
Jean
X-Men.
Grey in a Spider-Man movie?
It could be maybe they're either this is before she joins the X-Men, and it's just relating to her story, but it seems like they're pushing her and Frank to know each other, or maybe
that also just doesn't make sense. Unless we watch this new, or we're just going backwards from what we planned on it.
Yeah. So we didn't talk about is the Punisher is obviously getting it's a 60-minute short.
Yeah.
Or they have a word for it. I forget what they call it now.
Not a mini series, but they did it with Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
They did it with the
I'm just gonna call it a webisode. They have a 60-minute webisode.
Webisode. That's just not the right answer.
Twip. And it's basically, this is happening around the same time that Daredevil is doing his thing. And so in this 60 minutes, it's going to be a wrap up of what Punisher was doing at this time, and why maybe he's either met Jean Grey, why he's hunting a villain that is chasing Peter, why he's hunting Spider-Man himself. No idea. We'll see in that.
Yeah.
And again, I don't mind not knowing the answers. I don't like when they're trying to force stuff way too quickly and then also hide stuff in plain sight, because it's just kind of too much for me.
I always think a good trailer shouldn't tell you what's necessarily going to happen act 1, 2, and 3. It should kind of just give you the vibe and not much else. When we reached a point where they were editing Thor's eye in Thor Ragnarok so it doesn't reveal that he lost it, just don't show it then.
What if you give me the first 4 minutes of the movie as a trailer?
That's what Endgame did. Endgame, apparently,
with the
Endgame,
yeah.
all the footage was from the first 10 minutes of the movie, and that's cool.
Do that.
Yeah,
you did it once.
Why don't we just do that?
Or don't worry about it.
Because here's the thing: if the first 10 minutes of the movie doesn't kind of give you an idea of what you're gonna get, you're not doing it right.
And also at this point,
so many film people were just hold up, what?
Yeah.
And I'm staying true to that.
Stay true to it.
First 10 minutes should give you an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, and I just think at this point we don't need to cast the most insanely known actors anymore. Am I happy when I hear something like Ryan Gosling might be Ghost Rider? Of course. Right? Sick.
But also,
I'm more happy for people who could fit the part, and we don't really know them, but MCU, they have the money, Disney, is scouting talent.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, I saw you in this performance in this theater. can you audition for this?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, we found the person that no one really knows, and we're gonna make them this, right?
Yeah.
But alas, we're gonna get what we're gonna get. I am excited for this Spider-Man movie, but I just have to see.
Yeah, and like we talked a little bit about it like before, but the Punisher, all these things going to be in it. Daredevil is probably going to be in it. Why not just show them at this point? Like you said it before. Why not just show them? Like if you want to generate the hype, why show the Punisher but not Daredevil? Like why are you holding that back? At this point, we know shit like that's going to be revealed. Just show us. Either commit or don't. You know, that's how I guess that's how I feel about it.
The reason why they're not doing it, again, we are going backwards to the idea that we wanted to do, but Daredevil's airing right now. We just got 3 episodes so far.
Yeah.
As of today, when we're recording 3, by the time this is out, this should be 4 episodes. So they don't want to show you either what outfit Daredevil's wearing at the end of this series, or if he's
been rocking the black
which
suit,
is nice, but he's gonna have a different one. It's not gonna be the red.
They always
it's gonna be something else. Maybe Daredevil at the end of this, Matt Murdock gets arrested and he's in prison, which is another theory I've been hearing people talk about, where we're gonna get Murdock in jail, and that's why he has a beard right now, and so he's actually not going to be in the Spider-Man movie because he's in prison at the time, and that's going to be season 3 of him breaking out of prison.
Wow.
Crazy stuff. No idea.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying what I'm seeing so far. However, since we're in the release of a TV show, they can't even have an ounce of what's going to happen in this show released now. But for spoilers, we are seeing now that Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Danny Rand as Iron Fist are all coming back for
Danny Rand too?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And Finn Jones, honestly. So this is my thing where I was talking about earlier in the past of this conversation, that sometimes an actor can only do as much as the writers or the creative team are giving them.
Yeah.
I think Finn Jones was a great choice, and I think it was the writing that didn't let him perform to the way that he thought he could do and should do.
Yeah.
Like, I really like him as an actor, and I even liked him as Iron Fist. My problem with him was never his acting or his representation of Danny.
Sure.
It was the writing.
Yeah.
The writing's the one that made him look weak. The writing's the one that made him look a little silly. Like when he's getting pushed around by Daredevil and he's like, bro, you've been training your whole life. Like, you should be able to, like, at least, it would have been cooler if he's fighting all 3 of them and he's botting all 3 while also taking hits.
Yeah.
Instead, they were all bullying him.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. It's not Finn Jones' fault. Yeah. It's the writing's fault.
No, exactly.
And Defender really started to fall off in that writing sense. That I enjoy it, yeah. But still, it could have done a lot of improvement. So, seeing him come back and get redemption,
yeah,
I'm excited for.
Yeah.
And a theory to go to the prison Murdoch theory. In 3, if Murdoch's in jail, someone has to be Daredevil. There's a comic book run where Iron Fist takes up the mantle of Daredevil. What? And so that might be happening in the background, which is kind of cool. Super far theory max. We don't have to get into that right now.
Theory max. I love this new word that you
literally I've been saying it the whole time. But yeah, I don't know. I really am enjoying Daredevil.
I was just about to say.
Back to it. Yeah. I'm really enjoying it. Watching Daredevil Born Again season 2 and season 1, because I just caught up on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's reminding me how much I loved Daredevil, the Netflix TV show, when it was out. I remember in a time of my life, I was feeling very lonely, and I think Daredevil, for some reason, was my comfort show.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it just constantly, religiously, and it actually probably is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I guess I forgot a little bit down the way. Watching this is bringing all those good feelings again of what I enjoy in vigilantism and superheroes, and like a darker meta where it's like fighting the injustices of the world while also trying to stay true to your morals. And I think Matt Murdock and Charlie Cox specifically is acting on is just probably my favorite superhero media of all time I've seen. Like on a television, live action.
No, exactly. And that's actually, you put it really well, because when I watch Daredevil, I ask myself, is Daredevil my favorite superhero? Like, I've been a Spider-Man, Batman person my entire life, like growing up, as every person is, at some point. But Batman, Spider-Man, always been ride or die. And then every single time I watch Daredevil, whether it's the old series or this new one coming out now, I just watch him kick ass. I watch him like be Matt Murdock, like in the Matt Murdock scenes when he's like a lawyer.
Yeah.
I watch these scenes and I'm like maybe it's just Charlie Cox. He's so good.
Yeah, he's
like
aura, Riz.
Because Matt
everything in
Murdock is
between.
awesome.
Yeah.
Daredevil is awesome. So now I'm just like, either the character is just a phenomenal character, or Charlie Cox is perfect. And I think it's both.
I think it's both. I think like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I think it was a lot of fun, and I think that was a way for him to become Batman. And
see, I haven't seen that, so maybe I have to watch that and see if Daredevil.
But
is a good
that's
character.
like, how do I describe it in the most funniest ways to get canceled? That Daredevil's like accumulation of like old school divorced dad rock. Chugging a Mountain Dew, like, you know, that aura, that
I've
energy.
seen clips,
and like,
was it like the basketball scene is one of the
yes,
things? I think I've seen that on YouTube, and yeah,
it's epic. I enjoy it. It's comfort for me, and I think
the suit looks so bad.
that was a good version to show what Affleck could do under a superhero suit, and I personally think that he could have been a great Bruce and Batman if the writing, going back to the writing team and the allowance of what they're getting, if he had his own Batman story, I think it could have been phenomenal, because he is kind of like Tom Holland is the best average Batman in my opinion. He can do Bruce really freaking well, like when they're doing that scene, like, how did you get my house back, when Superman's like, how'd you get my house back?
Yeah.
The bank owns, and he's like, I bought the bank.
Yeah.
Aura. Amazing. Love that.
Yeah.
And when he's doing his Bruce, his armored Batman, I mean, it looked really cool. I liked when he was moving around, but it's what they made him do.
I was going to say, because I don't like that he used guns. I don't like that.
Again, that's not his fault.
No, of course not.
Him as the actor was doing the job that he was given, and I think given the chance, he could have done an amazing Batman. But we only saw him as cameos, right? In the Suicide Squad, he was a cameo. Like, he never got his project to really soar.
Yeah.
Going back to this, I do think Charlie Cox is just so fucking good at what he does.
He's awesome at playing Matt.
His like mannerisms when he's like looking up and around, or when he's like not looking at someone when he's talking to them.
Yeah.
But if you feel like he's looking at you anyways, like the way he moves around, his line deliverance is like, dang, like, okay, this dude fucks, quite literally.
Yeah. Matt Murdock fucks.
And he does. And as someone who has just went crazy about saying we hate cameos, because when it's a mess, I think I'm excited for the day, if we ever get there, that he's cameoing at a party and he has that sweater that says "I'm not Daredevil." Have you seen that photo?
No.
Oh,
is
yeah.
that from
So
the
it's like,
comics?
it's a Halloween costume that he wears, where it's like he's wearing like devil horns, like a Halloween version, his red glasses, and he has a sweater that says "I'm not Daredevil."
Classic.
And it's so funny. Stuff like that I would enjoy. Those would be fun Easter eggs, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's just filled of passionate actors, and I think the writing team is trying their best to finally get to a controlled place that we can all enjoy. Obviously, we're having a lot of toned down stuff from Disney, as we know is going to happen, but I think that they're still getting away with doing some of it.
Yeah, so the Daredevil Born Again series is not being subtle at all in its parallels with real world issues. We saw it in first season. Everyone saw Fisk, who they were paralleling him to. Let's be real, guys. Fisk is Trump. You can tell when people are like, oh, why are they making fun of Trump? And it's like, hey, we didn't bring up Trump. You did.
Yeah.
But let's be real. They said that his task force was going to have no body cams. And it's like 2 weeks before that, Trump literally said that. So I don't know. Call a spade if a shoe fits, the things that we're seeing in this season, with the anti-vigilante task force is extremely ICE coded. It is just what ICE is doing now.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. This is ICE. This is like a Disney version of ICE. Obviously, ICE is worse. ICE is crazy enough to say when these characters or these organizations are doing really fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
Ice is worse. And like in the third episode, you see like a place where people are being held, and it looks fine.
It's spotless.
It's spotless,
And there's
everyone
just
has
camps,
their
and
own
they're
cage.
all like
which is
5x5
which
cages.
we know it's not like that at all. And ice
No.
camps are actually fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not giving Disney credit for doing that because, like
No.
you said, if the shoe fits, and maybe there are some people on the team who are like, let's see how far we can get away with it. However, I am happy that there is a media that is sparking that ignite of the conversation
Yeah.
for us to point the parallels to, because it's on us, the viewers, to be like, hey, that's crazy intense and can't believe that's happening. Hey, you guys know that's happening right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't like that? Well, that's happening. So what are you doing about it besides just not liking that in the TV show, right?
And Marvel has always done this. It's always done this with its characters. The X-Men are an allegory for the LGBTQ community and also like the civil rights movements. Things where people are marginalized and there are people who are trying to defend themselves and, so it's things that Marvel has always done. We're just seeing it in our time, so like it feels different. I don't know, it's a lot because in the second episode, there's that one scene when they're in the bodega. They have an altercation where the one kid's stealing, the woman tells him to put it down, and then the shop owner pulls a gun on him to try to get it. Granted, it's doing its own thing. And then these troopers, the anti-vigilante task force, not even going after vigilantes anymore. They're just going after people. These were also, they are people of color, and they grab the kid stealing, the shop owner for pulling a gun, and then the woman for fighting back.
Not even fighting back, trying to stop the violence on the kid.
Yes, and that imagery, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of tough to watch because it feels very similar to things that we're seeing like now and things that were happening last month in Minnesota. Like, I was watching this and I'm just like, damn, this feels really real for my superhero show. And I do have to commend the creators and the writers of this show for, like you said, putting it out there. And then at the same time, I feel a little bit weird about that because it's produced and made by Disney on Disney Plus, and Disney is known for funding the Republican Party, forever. So, they kind of have a hand in each corner, and it feels a little yucky. Like, we're seeing things that, like you said, it's starting a conversation. We're talking about it right now. And then I'm also just like, yeah, but they're profiting off something that they're also helping in the real world.
And there's obviously a lot of people.
Like, if Disney actually cared, they wouldn't fund the real world anti-vigilante task force, otherwise known as ICE. So,
yeah, and again, it's not. I'm in no way. I'm trying to give credit to them. And,
no, yeah.
Some to, like you said perfectly, like
it's
to
the directors and writers
and
who are
maybe even one person at that. I don't know, right? I
maybe
really
Kevin
don't know.
Feige.
Crazy. You think so?
Like in support?
Yeah.
Of the show?
Yeah.
I think he's like the final word. No,
fair.
He has to be the one saying
yeah.
Yes
He is the
to
one
it.
that can do the band hammer, right?
And I think he's like Disney's golden child when it comes to Marvel. He made them the last like $10 billion that they got from the movies.
Yeah, but like, yeah, like you said, it's just so apparent. I mean, there's that one scene, just to touch on it, is when I don't know if it was the first episode or the last episode of season 1, where you had someone who was always last episode because someone was in the riot and like trying to run around, and I think maybe they were looting, and the cop shoots him, pulls his beanie down, and the guy's like, oh my god, he was unarmed, like that was okay. He's like, no, he was a vigilante.
Yes. Yeah.
Like shit like that is like, oh my god, I'm seeing this in a Disney show, crazy, you can't believe it. But it's also like, no, that shit's happening.
Yeah.
And it's like, we can make those comparisons. We have to.
And yeah, they can disguise it however they want, being like, no, they're talking about superheroes, and it's like, no, because we're seeing shit like that in the real world. I don't know. All that to say that this series, the Daredevil Born Again, has been really interesting. It's been really fun to watch. It's been great seeing Charlie Cox get back into the role. It's been really interesting getting some of the old characters back, like the Punisher, Karen. I know John Bernthal's name, but what do you know the actress's name for Karen?
Oh, I'm forgetting.
I know we're terrible people. You pull that up right now because we got to give her respect because it's been great seeing them come back. She wasn't a big part of the first season. She's very much like the second main character in this show.
Yeah, I mean, and she's always been like a huge part of Daredevil.
She's the first episode of the first season.
Yeah, I mean, literally around her, right? And Foggy, and it's just the way that Karen's growing her character, so freaking cool.
Yeah. No, so we've had a great couple of seasons of Daredevil, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. I don't know. I don't know how well they're gonna wrap up this metaphor that they're doing for the real world. Real quick, what's her
Deborah
name?
Ann Wolf.
Yes,
I'm so
I
sorry
did
because
know
I follow
that.
her on Instagram because she's an amazing DM. And is so freaking cool.
She plays Faye in God of War Ragnarok, and she's absolutely amazing in that. So that's on me.
It's on us.
But
and
yeah,
I can't forget True Blood.
Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna wrap up this metaphor of like what's going on. Like, what is Disney's solution to the ICE problem in the United States? Like, is it just gonna go away when Kingpin gets exposed as the evil guy?
Yeah.
Like, I'm really interested to see what they do. But as just like a superhero fan, interested in like the superhero world of that, it's been getting crazy. I mean, every step that Daredevil and Matt take, Kingpin is just ready for something else.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got wild cards like Bullseye running around, like helping and just making like it's someone who's just like you don't wild card, you don't know what's gonna go next. And when he saves Daredevil in that one fight scene, it's because like, well, right now you're trying to take out Kingpin, so am I. So I'm gonna use you, but also I know saving you is gonna piss him off. So it's like, shoot, like you're not even on my side. And my theory is that he's gonna join Valentina in the Thunderbolts eventually.
Really? You think we're gonna get a second Thunderbolts?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's too strong for most narratives.
No, I think he's gonna join the new Avengers, and he's gonna be like the one that's like, oh, we definitely can't trust this guy, but we could try to make him better. But it's like you can't
because he's scary.
Yeah.
He's such a scary guy.
But when in the comic books, when he actually does join the Thunderbolts, he takes over the Hawkeye mantle.
Yes, I have heard that.
So it's like, maybe they don't do that. Maybe they do something else. But I don't know. I feel like there's potential. Like the actor's so good.
Right? I know I know him and Hawkeye are basically the same character. Just like one's good and one's evil. Something about Bullseye just being like, oh, he'll take like a pin and just throw it across the room and just kill someone. It's like that freaks me out. Like,
dude is wild.
He's too good.
He is very scary.
What was the thing he did last season with like his like tooth or something?
Oh, it's when he breaks his tooth and shoots it at
the dude. Like, oh my god, this guy.
Did you see in the trailer? I mean,
no, I didn't see the trailer for
I'm
the
gonna spoil it for you. I'm spoiling it for you and everyone listening. Sorry.
Probably already came out by the time.
Yeah, I know. He gets a toothpick and he puts it in his straw. And he alerts people to know that he's there, so you get them running into the diner that he's at. He looks at the guy, shoots the toothpick out of the straw, kills this dude.
Yeah.
And then puts his mask on while he's smiling, and then just goes crazy.
he has a mask now?
I think it's just like his normal hoodie.
No,
like,
but
but he just puts it on like again, and I think that's him leading into going, oh, I'm gonna get my suit soon.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
Still was epic, and it was very scary to see.
I liked what they've been doing with his character, because every time he's that little like you said, the wild card where everyone's doing their own thing. You got the good guys, you got the bad guys. This show shows the bad guys a lot. Like you're seeing what they're doing. It's not like you're POVs, following Matt and then you eventually see a little bit of that. And I think Daredevil's always done that, because even though Matt and Daredevil are like the main characters, it almost always goes back to, and some of my favorite episodes are like Kingpin focused episodes. Like, do you remember back in the day, Rabbit in a Snowstorm? Like the episodes where it was that painting when he was a little kid, and where it's all jagged up, and then he was they cut to like him in prison, and the prison wall looks just like it, and it like the way they
shape it for your brain.
Vincent D'Onofrio. We have not said anything about him. Vincent D'Onofrio plays Kingpin perfectly. He's so good, man.
And like, yeah, like I said, I really like it when they go back and forth because they're showing you the interaction between not just the heroes but the crime, and like you said, the POV of the good and the bad. Like they're all, and it really shows that they're involved with each other in all aspects, right? Like
Yeah.
they are circling each other. It's like a yin yang thing, and
Yeah.
they do it in a way that really gives everyone time to shape it. And that's when they start bringing in side characters like Bullseye. At one point, Frank Castle was introduced as a side character in the Daredevil.
Yeah.
Karen Page, Foggy.
Exactly.
This
that
is
second season.
yeah,
so
good.
man.
This is when I start to really like television and why I think television is really important and can be better than movies, as I said before.
Yeah.
When you can find narratives that don't feel like waste of time,
For
where
sure.
the characters are written to be just as important as the main protagonist or the main antagonist because of who they are. Whether they have 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or whole episodes dedicated to them, their impact is known.
100%.
And I feel like Daredevil, for all of the side characters they have been doing that consistently. And that's why Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, where there was a lot of really good in them, sometimes had some confusion.
Yeah.
Because every writer kind of want to do their own thing. And it starts shifting, and you start losing that foundation and that language of what made Daredevil so well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think watching it again is making me really remember why I like television and why I like superheroes in television. Because like you said, superheroes give the ability to talk about the real life crises we're dealing with now or have dealt with.
Yeah.
While being able to also deliver it to people who aren't ready to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And we wish they could listen, but if this is the way we need to give it to them, then this is the way we're going to do it.
Yeah.
While also painting very good characters.
Yeah. I do agree, and I do think it definitely works on younger audiences. I don't know. I feel like there are some cases where like maybe some people that disagree with the politics of it all just straight up won't watch the show because they feel like it's targeting them. And if you feel like you're being targeted by watching a superhero movie, evaluate your life, I guess. Like I don't know, like but at the same time it's like I don't know, like I do think these stories need to be told like this. I just don't know how effective it is for people past probably the age of like 25 or maybe even 20.
But I mean, they have
like I don't think a dude who's 30 who's like super like in the the world that we're in right now and he's like totally geared in one mindset is gonna watch Daredevil Born Again and be like, I gotta reevaluate myself. Like I just don't think that's happening. I do think it sparks conversations, and I think it goes, hey, maybe like you're doing that, but I don't think it is doing the changing of people's mindsets.
I mean, and it can't, because people who don't want to be changed will not, right? Like if people were able to be influenced by media in a way that we wish then they should, the news should be more than enough for them to realize this is bad. Yeah. So I don't think Daredevil is going to change them at all. No, I'm not that, vain in that. I hope, I could dream, but it's not. But I'm at least glad that we have something that I can point to and be like, yep. Yeah. And also it's in one of my favorite properties.
You want to know one of my biggest gripes with this series?
What's that?
Where's Spider-Man?
Wait, are you kidding?
I'm not even joking.
Oh, and I get what you mean by that. I thought you meant like the cameo, and I was like, we just went on a rant about this.
Where's Spider-Man?
See, then this
in
is
Fisk's.
Yes,
in Fisk's New York City, that is hunting vigilante. Spider-Man? Where is Spider-Man?
They referenced him, right? And they said the spider, like the spider guy.
But how is he not doing more things?
Where's Jessica? Where's Luke Cage? Where's Iron Fist? Where's Doctor Strange? Where are literally the people who are supposed to be in New York? I do get that. And they will try to find their way to puzzle it in a conversation at some point, one of these episodes / the movie. There's always going to be a reason for it. And I get it because, there's only so much you can do for a TV show. Yeah. And we don't want those waste of cameos to kind of mesh it, because it is going on a good rail right now. They'll probably have to reference it at some point, because if you're feeling this question, obviously a lot of other people are, and they know this. I don't know how they're gonna introduce it. I mean, I know they're
because I'm
going
wondering
to.
if there are people in cages in New York City, how is Spider-Man not trying to break them out? That's what I want to
And
know.
maybe the movie starts with him being locked up somewhere, like
Could be.
something, right? We
Maybe
don't.
he did that. Maybe
But that is a good
maybe
question to
bro's
ask.
studying for midterms or something. Like
There's
who
no way.
knows?
That's not Peter, right? That's
No,
not,
I
That's
know.
not Spider-Man.
No, I know, and then I'd be mad at Disney for that. But I mean,
yeah, we won't say. But I don't. It's kind of funny, like watching this episode, and I mean this show, seeing Frank and Matt talk. It reminds me of like when me and you talk about media. In a way where like I'm so Matt coded, where it's like, no, Brian, we got to see the good
bro
in
made
every
me the
media.
Punisher.
We got to see, like, it's not just, even though a property's bad, like we have to talk good about it because the actors did a really good job, and like there are things really put together that are keeping these creatives in work, and it's all important to really appreciate it. And then Brian,
and I go, oh come on, man, could think, man, what's actually gonna happen?
Have a backbone, Michael. You think your 4-star's gonna fix the creative world on Letterboxd? Get your shit together.
You're telling me they did Robert Downey Jr. because they thought it was a creative idea? Nah, man, think, man.
That's part of the problem, Red. You need to get it together. You're not fixing it. You're worsening it, and stuff like that. And so
at first I was like, damn, you really made me Punisher. And then I'm like, yeah,
it makes sense. So then I watched Daredevil, and I saw that scene where they're fighting again, and I'm like, damn. Yeah, maybe I need a little bit in me. Maybe I need to be born again.
The confrontation they have in season 1 in Daredevil Born Again is so good.
So good.
John Bernthal, Charlie Cox, just absolutely killing it. He's like, say his name, Red, say his name. It's just,
and then he smacks him. He's like, no, that's good.
No, he punches the hell out of him.
He's like,
and Punisher gets punched in the face. So and it's like, good.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. It's so freaking. Good. I'm kind of sad we're only getting 60 minutes of his own show, because I would love another series. I really like the Punisher show. So
we say this a lot in a lot of superhero genres where it's like, like Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., he was born to play that. Like, he plays that character really well. Like, that's a perfect casting. Charlie Cox, John Bernthal, I'll even say Vincent D'Onofrio. These guys were born to play these characters. Yeah. Especially John Bernthal and Charlie Cox. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to discount Vincent D'Onofrio, but I'm just saying, like, the level that these people are playing these characters, one, they're phenomenal actors. They are just top-notch talent, but they are playing them so interestingly, and they just feel right what they're supposed to be, like, from the comics. And it's just awesome to feel.
They feel it, they look it.
We're really lucky to have these guys.
For sure. I mean, and then I just like these moments stick in my head, right? Like when you have Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, like being so intense with his monologue, but then in a quick second he's being so charming. Right?
Yeah,
like that flip in the switch is so what we get in the comic books. And then you have John Bernthal doing Punisher, which is like he's going into these rants and these aggressive philosophies, but you see that there's genuine empathy and heart in him. But he's so lost within it, right? Because of the rage and because of the vengeance, and because he sees that the world should be better, but it's never going to choose it in his eyes.
That's why when people say, like, if people categorize Punisher as just like some edgy guy, like, no, dude, like granted, he's like the classic like anti-hero or like anti-villain type thing where where everybody's just like, oh, he's the guy that just shoots people and is angry. But the Punisher is so interesting as a character. He's just taking an ideology to the absolute extreme and not letting up for a second. Like,
and it's like, if you really think like he likes the violence, it's not that, right? It's more of a he's an end
except when he's in that courtroom and he's like, I liked it.
Like it?
And I'll do it again.
I liked it. I loved it, and I'd do it again. Yeah. No, but like what I mean by that is like he's happy
he did it.
An insane, like, quote unquote person in the mind that he has, if people think of him all the time, is like he would be happy that people were donning his logo on his chest, but he absolutely hates that because that's not what he's asking. That what he's telling. They're doing the complete opposite of what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Like,
he's not violence for violence sake. He will mow down anybody that he needs to get through. But he's doing it for his own purpose, for his own purposes. Like, you know, listen, don't agree, you know, with that. But like, dude's mowing down if he has to. Yeah. And it's just interesting. It's just, I don't know.
Just like, because I have to, because it's one of those like brain things that I do sometimes in that scene in The Punisher where he's like in a bad dream and he's like going through and he's like, no, wait, no. It's like,
wait. We do that like once a week to each other.
It's so funny. But to wrap that up, like, I am really happy with what I'm getting. This gives me hope in superhero media in general past Marvel.
Yeah.
It gives me the dream that we're going to start seeing creative talents decide, wait, why don't we do exactly what we said we wanted to or should be doing instead of worrying about the money, the action figure, or what's going to sell.
Yeah.
Is that a hopeless dream? Yeah, more than likely. But things like this give me that semblance of that chance, and we'll just go from there.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
I've been very excited about some Marvel projects. I've been worried about other projects. I've been right in certain like cases. I've been wrong. I'm so happy that I was wrong about Daredevil Born Again. When I saw that it was on the slate for like 2020 when it came out, 2021, I don't remember, I was nervous because I loved the original Daredevil series. And I was like, I don't know if now that it's owned by Disney and it's going to be part of the MCU, it like officially, not just like, you know, the Netflix ones, I was worried that it was going to become bad. I was worried that it was kind of just change. And I'm so glad that I was wrong.
And you know what? I knew I was going to like it because I feel like a lot of times I like Marvel products that people don't. Like, I heard when the first season came out, a lot of people were like, yeah, I don't really like it. It's kind of woke. It's like, it's not really for me. They're doing Disney things.
If somebody says something's woke, I'm like, oh shit, so I'll like it.
This was like a YouTube thing that like this person I used to like said all these things like, oh, I was starting to not like him. I was like, yeah, this is the nail on the head. But like, it's fucking good. And like She-Hulk, I love She-Hulk. And it's like,
I really like She-Hulk.
Like, the Marvels, I enjoyed that. Like,
people who are like, oh, She-Hulk sucks because it's goofy and whatever. It's like, if you're going into She-Hulk thinking it's going to have the same energy as Daredevil or Punisher, like, get a grip.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like, she's a fucking baddie who can break the third wall. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. She'll even break a fourth wall.
I'm a fourth wall. What I meant. What I meant. Kill myself. But yeah, so it was really good. And
it was.
I really liked it. And we had, you know, lawyer meet lawyer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Matt was like, no, stay green.
He said, would. And she said, would.
She's like, I'll shrink down. He's like, no. What are you doing?
He said, whoa, wait.
You did it to me at the store today.
Yeah, I did.
I was picking up yerba mate and I couldn't find it. And Michael was calling me. He was angry.
Yeah, because he said, and I know this grocery store because it's my grocery store that I go to. And he was like, I don't see it here. You lied to me. And like the person told me it wasn't here. And I was like, Brian, don't make me put my Crocs on and go down there and show you where it is. He was like, you're sounding like.
I was like, dude, you're starting to sound like my mom where she's like, if I have to come and find this thing, like, I'm going to be mad. And I'm like, no. Wait.
And shout out moms out there because they do have that magic power.
No, my mom.
I can't tell you how many times I've complained about not being able to find something, usually my wallet. And my mom's like, I'm going to check this one place you should check. And I said, I already checked that 3 times.
My mom made me think that superheroes like were real because how moms have the eyes on the back of their head?
Yeah.
My mom like actually proved that shit like multiple times growing up. 100%. Where she'd be like typing on the computer and she's like, what are you doing? Stop that. I'm like, how do you know that?
I know, yeah. Moms are the true superheroes out here.
Speaking of moms that are the true superheroes, Invincible.
Oh, yeah.
Debbie Grayson. The only reason why that Earth is not just like absolute hell. She turned Omni-Man semi good. She's the reason Mark is good. Oliver was getting some, you know, a little freaky, and then now he's starting to be really good.
Yeah.
But season 4, we haven't really talked about season 4. We've been watching it, but we haven't really talked about it. How do you feel?
You know, I'm really enjoying it. I think they have made some changes from the comic book, and not like insane amount, but like enough to like be a little shift, and I enjoy it. Like I said,
Have you read the comic book?
yeah,
I read a good amount of it. I stopped because I realized that I'd rather just watch as the series goes on because I saw they were making those changes. And I think it's because Robert Kirkman grew up and he like matured as a writer
yeah.
and realized that he can do a lot of these stories and characters better.
Again, and this
And
is
it's been great.
100%. This is why I like Robert and Robert Kirkman, and B, adaptations that don't follow things point by point. I feel like these things need to change as you grow. As a writer, you're going to start seeing your products should be maybe different, or things you wished you would have done in a aspect that you completely didn't know about 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Also, if you're not the writer who made it, but you're adapting it, you're going to have your own versions of it, right? Like, you have to change things up. Like, I don't want to see the same thing completely twice. Like, do your own tell on it. As long as you're holding the character values to themselves, like, go crazy, right? Same thing with when I mentioned in The Walking Dead where Rick's arm gets chopped off, and then they change that in the TV show because Robert was like, I regret that.
Yeah.
Invincible's having some of those changes too, where he's like, I think this will be better. Or maybe there's someone on his writing team that he chooses that works with him that's like, hey, Robert, what if we do this instead? And Robert's like, genius, let's go with it.
Hey, Robert, what if we actually like made the women like interesting? And he was like, what? You can do that? I'm kidding. I know Robert Kirkman has said
Robert
that
just appeared with a gun.
No. Wait. Robert Kirkman has said that when he wrote Invincible, he was just like, I'm just putting things out. Amber was less of an interesting character. Eve was less of an interesting character. Debbie wasn't even a character. Debbie was just kind of there. And now I'm going to be honest, Debbie's one of the most interesting characters they have.
Oh, for sure.
And I do think that a lot of it is the voice acting. Sandra Oh is just perfect for the role.
And I think
she's been killing it.
This is a great, a great representation of when voice acting really matters.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is a hot take episode. One of my biggest things in the voice acting industry that I hate is when actors who have reputations and like renowned for just being actors in general get voice acting roles, because I don't think that it should be something that's always happening, since you have a lot of talented voice actors who this is their trade, this is their living, are basically getting stumped for it. Like why I hate Super Mario and Chris Pratt being Mario. Like,
hey, speaking of Super,
get him out of here. Speaking of Super, we're not talking about that because I don't want to get into that because I'm going to get angry. I'm going to get so red like the light in our room right now. I'm going to turn to the Hulk. But I will say that pretty much most of all the actual actors getting cast in this are taking it that serious. They are treating this as a craft to acting and are leaning into the voice acting. Steven Yeun, I think one of my favorite actors of all time, put him into the booth and he completely took this character and went with it exactly how I see him treat his characters. And so I feel like the same goes for Sandra, and you can tell when a voice actor like Chris Pratt in Mario gets the role and just goes, yeah, I'm going to sound like me. I'm just going to talk normal and I'm not really going to put too much into the character and I can get away with it. But then you have them who are like, no, I'm going to lean heavy.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. So Amazon, people do have a little bit of problem with Invincible because it has an insanely high budget and not a lot of it is going towards like the animation or the writing. It's going toward these voice actors because I'm just going to read out some of these. It has probably the most insane, and you know this, but I'm just reading this for everybody. Steven Yeun, A-list actor. Jillian Jacobs, Walton Goggins, Seth Rogen, J.K. Simmons, Sandra Oh, Mark Hamill, Mahershala Ali, which they recasted, Zazie Beetz, Clancy Brown, Jason Mantzoukas, like, it goes on. Like, there are so many people that I could just read. Jonathan Groff is Rick. I actually didn't even know that. That's crazy. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Aaron Paul. They grab these actors where whenever you cast them, the newest one, Thrag, who's going to be the season 4 antagonist, is it's Lee Pace, who is a legendary actor. And you get all these really great actors, and it sounds awesome. Don't get me wrong. They're doing a good job. But like you said, it's pulling from people who their entire career is voice acting. And I think you could have told the story of Invincible with a really good cast of voice actors, and maybe Stephen Yeun and J.K. Simmons and Sandra Oh and everybody else.
Everyone else is different.
And everybody else is a voice actor. Like, grab a few people so you're like, oh, these people, like, that's cool. Because you do need a hook, especially because Invincible was pretty unknown, like, when it first aired. I think grabbing some big names, sure, fine. They all do that in Marvel movies and in Pixar and Disney movies. But at the end of the day, give voice actors their jobs, and then all of this budget, and we're starting to see the problem because in season 4 they're starting to recast some characters because they realize that they're paying these people way too much money.
And I was just gonna say, like, honestly, we need to give some love to Andrew Rannells, who was the original voice of William.
Yeah,
I am one of those people that when William started talking, I got jump scared.
No, it really shocked me, and I
was like, "Where is William?
Where's William?"
And what was the line that one of the variant Marks said? He was like, "I miss William." And that's me right now. Yeah. I miss William because like it's just not the same, and it's no disrespect.
And he wasn't a big he wasn't a big character, but William was funny.
He was a part of like.
He was big.
I was a big part of Mark's character, and even Eve, right? And that's why he's talking to Eve right now because he's the one that helps ground us as like
he does ground. I do get that.
He grounds us and he keeps us to like, okay, this is his perspective or the best friend perspective. Yeah, and so like I think it was awesome, and I think it was kind of lame that they cast him. Why? I don't know. Maybe there's valid reasons for it. I really don't know the story, but I hate it.
I think some of it is budget, and then some of it is that the actor who was playing William was on Broadway this past year. So I think that's definitely part of it. Have you noticed that the voice of Robot is also different?
Oh, I didn't actually.
So usually when he's in the robot suit, it was played by a completely different person, Zachary Quinto. He's the one that like when Rudy stepped out of who's now Rex stepped out of the thing, he sounded like young Rudy.
Yeah.
And then when he was in the robot, he sounded like a robot. That voice actor, I don't know if you were able to tell this season, was played by the actor who plays Rudy now.
Oh, I didn't know.
When it was originally played by someone completely different. And if I'm being honest, that's the one that I caught, even though he was doing an impression, whereas the guy playing William kind of just did his own thing. Yeah. And, like, no hate to the actor, but I'm just like, that's not
best.
William.
Yeah, try your best to, like, fit into it. Like, Robot, I didn't realize.
You didn't notice.
Got me.
See, I noticed just because Zachary Quinto has such an interesting voice, and, like, just go back and watch, like, season 1 of Robot speaking as Robot, and then go into, like, him speaking now.
No,
he definitely sounds different. But about the series itself, what do you think?
Oh, I actually want to say one thing before I get to the series. Go. So speaking of doing voice acting right, where it's like you get one big name and then you cast the people that should be doing it.
Yeah.
A superhero project that we love, Dispatch, right?
Yeah.
Like Dispatch had a leading actor, which is
Aaron Paul.
And then
Robert Robertson,
and then you had everyone else who are like very talented voice actors, just kind of like doing their thing.
Even grabbing some YouTubers who just wanted to get into voice acting, and I mean, like, I think also, who was the other one? Young Gravy played Gollum. And it's like, granted, he's not a voice actor, but he's not also like an A-list actor where you're like, oh, I'm gonna play this new Dispatch game because Young Gravy's in it. It's like, no, he probably wants to try to get into voice acting. Let him do that.
There might be some of those things where, like, you have YouTubers and
because then they got Jacksepticeye and Charlie, and like
they have a reputation to them. So it's like it's kind of like when you do a collab, and now this version of a collab, you get a famous person in this version to the game, and there probably is someone out there because Dispatch was a very streamable game. A lot of people were streaming when it came out.
For sure,
you're gonna keep seeing it being streamed, keep people putting it out there. But they probably went, Moist Critical's in this? Yeah, I'm going to play that, and had no idea who Matt Mercer was, or Lauren Bailey, right? Travis Scott. I can't believe I just said Travis Scott.
Yo, who's Travis Scott play? That I don't...
that is so funny.
I want to watch it.
Not even going to correct myself. So you have people who are doing this constantly.
Yeah.
that again, kind of harder to get a reputation as a voice actor unless you're following these projects
Yeah.
that are doing it though, right? And
Mhm.
they make it so perfect. So then you get to Invincible, it's like, yeah, it's kind of different. Where it's like, I do think you still could have done the show with one or two, and then some voice actors who are well known or learning and breaking into the industry. Because
Yeah.
how else do they get that chance to get their talents out there if everyone's taking the roles now? Because
Yeah.
they are a famous name attached to the project.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I just, I'm not telling like actors to like stay in their lanes because it's like, if you want to go into voice acting, go into voice acting. J.K. Simmons does a ton of voice acting. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like he's never done it before. But like, also, like, Jillian Jacobs isn't a huge name. I know her from Community. Like, I know Jason Mantzoukas from like a couple shows here and there. They're not the biggest people in the world. They're not A-list celebrities that are just like showing up. But like, grabbing Aaron Paul for Powerplex, like, it just sounds like Jesse Pinkman to me. Like, I listen to it and I'm like, this is just Jesse Pinkman going on a tirade.
And
I was waiting for him to say he can't keep getting away with this like 12 times.
you can't keep which I've never seen, so I can't even quote it.
Oh my god, I forgot you've never seen
But
Breaking Bad.
I'm really liking
my
what they're doing
God.
with Invincible. I'm really liking
Yeah.
that it's in the arcs it's going. I know a lot of people didn't like one of the newer episodes, which was where
The
they
hell
went to hell.
episode.
I like it, and this
Ugh.
is the thing. I like when they take an episode. Depending on the show, there are some shows where I don't think you take small breaks away from the content. I think Invincibles does that a lot, and it's kind of a thing now. So it's like you still see a side arc of Mark that's not necessarily the most
Yeah.
important, but probably could lead to something later. It's
Yeah.
putting little things down, little Easter eggs,
Yeah.
leading to something else. But I thought it was fun, and I think it shows character development in a side of characters we don't normally get to see. I had fun with it.
I wasn't the biggest hater of that episode, but I really was just like 10 minutes in, we were still in hell. I'm like, oh, this is what we're doing.
This is
today.
a hell episode, yeah.
Because they left that on the stinger from last season, and you're like, oh, what are we gonna do in hell? And then it was like that, and it's like, all right, fine. I don't. People calling it filler. It's not filler. If you want to watch filler, watch an anime beach episode. Like, that's filler. Like,
Fair.
but this episode was not filler because, like you said, you still learn a bit about Mark. They did Omni-Man's blood to summon him to hell, and
Dang.
Mark shows up, and then Mark even talks to Damien Darkblood and is like, they get into like a bit at the heart of the series.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, like, this is exactly what Mark's been needing, and Mark still didn't accept it from Damien,
Yeah.
but it's enough for it to be running through his head more now, right?
Yeah.
And knowing that, like, whether hell or heaven exists or not, he gets to decide who to be,
Yeah.
and that's again in the time that we're at right now. You get to decide you want to be the moralistic person you want. These choices are on you.
And they said the one part where like he was like, why did my dad's blood summon me? And he's like, you're part of, like, he maybe you're more like him than you think. And that's not a bad thing. He was Earth's protector for 20 something years. Like, he had that capacity for good in him. Be that version of him. Like, you can still do that.
Yeah.
And I do think it was really interesting. But then episode 5, man, emotional gut punch, and then ripped my guts out.
Actually ripped my guts out.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
I was enjoying that fight. For so long. The one shot of Conquest appearing behind Oliver when he's trying to catch his breath. Insane. Like, Conquest is such a scary dude. I love the fight. And then there's just 2 minutes of Conquest just pulling out Mark's guts.
Oh my God.
And after a minute, I actually like turned to my partner and I'm like, why is this happening? Like, it's still happening.
Yeah, when Mark's gonna kill Cecil.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like, insane. That's so crazy.
If he wakes up, bro. I mean,
so good though.
I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do for the last 3 episodes, because I think it's just crazy stuff until the end. Right?
Yeah, I don't even want to like this. I will not spoil.
I stopped reading the comics
because I finished the comics, and you are in for a treat.
I stopped reading the comics a little bit before this point.
Okay, then
So
yeah, you are going. I can't wait to talk to you about it after you're done watching on here, because you're in for a spectacular shift of events.
Yeah. So that's actually a good thing to bring up now. Invincible is still coming out. Episode 5 is only out now. By the time this comes out, episode 6 will also be out. Daredevil will have another episode out, but it'll still be coming out for the next couple weeks after. The Boys, which we'll talk about for briefly, because this has been a long episode already. But The Boys is going to be dropping its first episode on Wednesday when this episode comes out. We have so many of these things to talk about, and they still are going to be coming out. So, in about a month or two, we're going to do a part 2 of this episode. We're going to do a part 2 of this episode talking about all of Invincible Season 4, all of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, and hopefully all of The Boys Season 5 and its final season. Just because, we can't fit everything in today. We
also can't talk about what doesn't exist yet.
Exactly.
And so once it comes out, you'll definitely get the end of our conclusions, how we feel, if it really met the expectations we were giving it. Boys is definitely ramping for its final season, so this one is going to go, I think, nuts. I
think you gotta. Everyone's gonna. I think everyone starts dying. Everyone starts dying, or everyone lives. I feel like.
Well, that's the thing. Like in the comic, at this point, a lot of people are dead or dying. So like, no one's safe.
Yeah.
Truly, to think about it. And I heard that the screenings did really good.
Okay.
I heard that even though they're really good, they didn't show the last episode, and no one gets to see the last episode until it's finished. So that's cool. We're all gonna be surprised, no leaks there.
Yeah.
I know that there's been some spin-offs going on in that world that apparently isn't really going to connect that much. Like there's gonna be little pieces here and there, but they're focusing on The Boys, which I figured they were gonna do. So it's kind of like, why create these stories that aren't really gonna get fleshed into it? Which is kind of what my complaint was with, Marvel doing sometimes side projects that never exist anymore.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a spin-off, then just make sure it's canonly connecting to the thing that you're trying to lead up to. If you just forget about it because that was just filler, so people are still interested into your, creative entity, don't do it.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, don't give me just stuff. But I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll let you guys know soon when we watch it.
What do you think of The Boys? Like, real quick, 2-minute discussion about The Boys.
I think Boys is intense. I think it's like a reverse of like the normal superheroes I grew up watching, and I got into The Boys a lot later in my life. So I was like, it was just kind of like, hey, you want to see superheroes who are fucked up and actually superheroes, but they're like faking behind the superhero title.
Yeah.
And the vigilantes are the ones that are like doing the good guy stuff, but even then their methods are kind of intense.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like you're saying with the guts being ripped out in Invincible. The Boys is a lot of that.
Well, The Boys does that like every other
I'm
episode.
just like, whoa, the whole time.
Yeah. So with The Boys, I think I really loved the first season just because, like you said, it was so new. The shock factor was still shock. I do think over the last season or two, it's just been like, okay, what can we do next? Like that episode when they're in Tech Knight's castle and like Huey's basically getting sexually assaulted for like 30 minutes. Like, it really just felt like the writers being like, what's the worst thing we could put on TV?
Yeah, it kind of feels like they get into like Rick and Morty comedy style writing where it's like, how can I get so goofy and silly and leave the story to continue? It's like raunchy. And like I it can be done right. Sometimes I think it's too much.
I think season 1 did things well. I think even like season 3 has the one where the Ant-Man character shrinks and then it goes in the guy and then he sneezes and explodes. That's shock factor. It's also not like so unexpected because, like, let's be real. If people had superpowers, shit like this is happening left and right.
Yeah, I think sometimes they lean very heavy into like, what can we do? How crazy can we go? And it's like, okay, like you can do it, but you don't have to go intense.
Like season 1, A-Train, like the whole thing that started this, A-Train running through a person. That's very likely to happen if people had superpowers and like things like that. Everything that Homelander does, I think if you raise the child from birth being like, oh, you're the perfect person, he's gonna be like Homelander. Right. He's gonna be, which the one thing I want to say is Anthony Starr is, he at this point, he's the only reason why I'm watching this show.
Fan cast him as Wesker for Resident Evil, just saying. And he just got wind of
Actually,
it. Actually,
you're so right about that.
And he's really into it now. He was like, I don't know who that Wesker guy is, but I'll do it.
I think he'd be really good.
7 minutes, kid, and that's all I have time to play with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell that was him. That was Anthony Starr.
He is so good, and then everyone's been pretty good. Jack Quaid became like a breakout star from this. Carl Urban's just been awesome. I'm now a fan of. I've always been a fan of Karen Fukuhara, but like she's just a badass.
And I was just gonna bring that up. So thank you for saying that. Like what The Boys sometimes is missing is the heart of the show.
Yeah.
Like they're so busy on being raunchy and excessive, extreme, chaotic, even, and you're missing the heart, which is supposed to come from these protagonists we're following, even though they're the vigilantes, right?
Yeah.
And I think Huey was supposed to be that, and dude got lost on that down the way. Like his character is not even my favorite, and like it's just like I think the true heart are Kimiko, Mother Milk, and Frenchie.
And 100%.
And those three are why I'm still watching it.
Yeah.
I love to see them on the screen.
The show will even say like, "Oh, Huey, you're the heart, you're the glue," and it's like it's clearly Frenchie and Mother's Milk and Kimiko, like easy,
because they are the ones that like I see them doing stuff, and they're doing the crazy, probably the most intense of the work, and I'm kicking my feet when they're talking. Right?
Yeah.
Like I love it.
Yeah.
And so I wish we got a little bit more of them, because they really help hold down that group.
Yeah.
Where Huey's just constantly doing Huey stuff. It's like he's that eye roll character for me, and I'm just like, oh, Huey's doing Huey. And then you have Butcher, who's just like doing him, right?
Butcher is just Butcher, I guess. And then
Butcher, and
the whole thing. I don't know. I do feel like the last season, because I liked season 1. Season 2 was fine. I actually really liked season 3 with Soldier Boy, and then season 4, I felt it was written by a bunch of teenage boys. I think they were like, how weird, how like crazy can we get? How zany can we push these superheroes and do this?
How
shit?
veiny
like,
can we make these superheroes?
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just, if season 5 is full of a lot of that, I will be very disappointed. I do hope this show can at least stick the landing.
I'm hoping that it's the 5th season and it's the final one, and they go, time to lock in and wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
But like again,
don't get me wrong. I do hope they do balls to the wall things, because at this point, that's what the boys is.
But done right, like we're saying, right?
But they do it. Maybe they do the balls to the wall things for a reason.
Yeah.
Don't just have Huey locked in a sex dungeon for like 30 minutes for literally no reason.
Just
like it was
whatever. Yeah.
Like the Spider-Man character just like was the weirdest sexual person.
Again, it's like
things.
making
it's like,
funny bits to characters because they're trying to do Easter egg cameo ha-has, and like I don't need a ha-ha.
Yeah.
I'll take a quirky moment that
make
makes
a Spider-Man
story.
parody. Fine. Like make it how it comes out of his butt. That's what a superhero, that's what spiders do. Like that is a funny bit of the parody. But making him like a drug addict, like sex freak, like for the Batman character, what are we doing?
It's
like
so much.
It's cheesy and it's kind of lame, and I think the writers do need to kind of just get it together for this last season. And I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But shout out to the second season. It was,
I think when a story can have multiple seasons, again, why I like TV, because it can continue to keep going, and you have that middle chunk that you're like, you just got to sit through it until you get to the final season. I hate that feeling. Because it's like, I'm going to sit through it till I get the final season, because I want the characters I fell in love with season 1. I want to see how it ends for them at season 5, because I'm already connected to them. Because you got me in season 1. You're losing me down the way, but I'm going to stay loyal. I'm going to stay through with it. Hopefully I'm treated right, Yeah. But, oh God, we will find out with episode 1 on the day that this releases.
Yeah.
Which parallel, just to shout out Smiling Fans, that's when they're doing the last episode is getting released.
Yes, I did hear about that. Oh,
so
the
full
true
circle, the true superheroes. I love superheroes, Charlie. I love superheroes. I'm going to miss them.
Me when I see Sandman. Hey, did that guy just turn into sand? So stupid. But
are you watching Born Again? Fuck, it's genius.
Every 5 seconds. But yeah, god dang, I love talking superheroes. It's been a minute since I've enjoyed talking about superheroes like
and
this.
I think that's why we did this episode, because it's like I love talking about superheroes. You catch me any day and talk to me about superheroes, I'll sit with you for hours and do it. But it's usually about things I've seen already, things I enjoy, or just it takes another person who cares as much as I do about it. Right now, it's kind of like water cooler talk, which I haven't had superhero water cooler talk in a minute, where I can just bump into someone. They're like, hey, did you watch this episode? I'm like, finally, right?
Yeah.
Like, I get that dopamine again of talking about something that's airing right now.
Yeah.
And so much more to talk about, which I can't wait to come back and talk about how when it wrapped up. And
yeah, what this month or the month or like a month or two.
We'll see
from
when
now.
it's wrapped. We'll see when the right time is. But it's been so fun talking about it. And hey, y'all have been asking for Michael to have opinions, and you got them.
Yeah, we could be haters if we want.
I can talk angry about things I love being mistreated.
And you know what? The superhero genre, that's perfect for that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much. You've been coasting the Mediaverse with us. As always, I'm Michael.
And I'm Brian.
See you later.